how do you know if all this stuff is working? The gauge that everybody uses is a big stack of clips, and you know, I put them together for clients, and I'm as guilty as anyone else. You have a big stack of clips, and you have them out in the lobby, and you thumb through them, and they just look great. But that's not always a good barometer, because you know, for example, advertising equivalent, those of you who are in communications maybe know what that means, is that, say the Wall Street Journal has, I don't remember what the circulation of the journal is. Do you know what that, it's something like, I don't know, like 8 million or something like that. So if I get a mention in the Wall Street Journal, a little mention on page 20, okay, is that 8 million impressions? It's not, because everybody who reads the newspaper does not read the entire newspaper. That's impossible. So people like to say, we got mentioned in these 10 articles, and that represents 25 million impressions. It doesn't. It's the only impression that they got is from that printing press hitting that piece of paper. That's the 20 million impressions, but it's not eyeballs. And so it's really not a very good barometer. But even worse than that, I think that the most important thing is I'd rather have one article per year in a good publication that has my messages in there than 10 that don't. I mean, it's really fun to see yourself in the newspaper, or see your CEO in the newspaper, and it's great. You cut it out, you send it to your family, you make copies of it, you go to Kinko's, but it doesn't really do anything for you. If it doesn't have your messages in there, it's just, there's nothing to it, okay? So what you want to do is you want to have an article that is a call to action. When I see something about you in the Wall Street Journal, the Washington Post, the Washington Business Journal, you know, I want to see a call to action. Like, what is it you want me to do? Like, I'm reading about you. Okay, what do you want me to do? What can you do for me? Why should I hire you? So if you have 4 or 5 reasons why you are the absolute best person for me to call about real estate or long-term health care or whatever the subject may be, that's going to drive me to do that.